It's a I was very like blank. Like I didn't know how to explain it. It just feels surreal, you know. So I mean, ever since I got the news, it was like, all right, once I finally, put the pen to paper, it'll hit me. And as I just, continue to walk through the facility and all that stuff, it's insane. It's hard to describe, but obviously it's a dope feeling, and I'm just super excited to continue to be a Bill.
What made this the right deal for you, Khalil?
Yeah, I mean, well, Buffalo's a special place. I knew from the moment I stepped, through these doors that I wanted to be here. So obviously, putting the trust in my agents to, work something out, and it was a few weeks and stuff like that of just fluid communication, and eventually, we felt like things were fair. So yeah, I'm just super excited.
What was the timeline? Did it start right after the season ended for you guys, or did you have an idea this was in the works?
Yeah, not too long after. Like I said, I made sure to express to my agents that I wanted to be a Bill. So obviously playing with 17, and there's nothing like putting that Bills jersey on and going out there, and Bills Mafia. There's nothing like it. So I'm just super grateful.
He's not very
Go ahead.
he's not very active on social media, Josh,
Mm.
but he posted about it pretty quickly. Did you talk to him? What was his reaction when you talked to him and signed the deal?
Yeah, he called me like not too long after it was put out there, and obviously he was just super excited, and I'm super thankful for him, and made sure that I just let him know that I wouldn't be where I'm at without him, and him putting his trust in me, and just our communication with each other. As I mentioned this earlier, just my success so far has been from him. So for him to be able to trust me, and to be out there and play with him, I truly believe he's the best athlete I've ever been around. So I'm grateful to continue to play with him.
To get this done this early in the off season, the first member of your draft class to kind of get this extension, like what is that like to now know this is out of the way, done, and just go along with your off season?
Yeah, definitely. Brings peace of mind. That now it's just time to go to work. So obviously, like you said, it got done pretty fast, and I'm just super blessed and just taking it all in. And obviously, it's a big deal. Got my dad, stepmom, and my wife here, and all of us just taking in the moment together. It's special. It's a special moment.
Put perspective, I mean, to go from Boise State, being a fifth round pick, and now to be here, having really achieved something, really something special in your career. Put that into perspective.
Yeah, I honestly think a lot of the characteristics and traits that I've brought along has developed at Boise State. Just that blue collar mindset. Really, nobody cares, go to work type of thing. So I'm not big on what's put out there and what's said. Fifth round and this and that. It doesn't bug me too much. I could care less what's out there about me. I know myself, and I know the work that was put in to get here, and the work that's going to continue to be put in to get to retire limits as well. So yeah, I've never viewed myself as the fifth rounder or anything like that. Obviously I like to hold myself to high expectations, and to go get what I think I deserve. So it's always just been go to work.
Now, given that hard work, is there a sense of maybe validation, perhaps, like the work that you put in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, obviously, to finally put the pen to paper today. Yeah, it's all the roller coaster of emotions that I've felt, since entering the league, and even before that. Football is a mental game. As long as you can keep your head straight, you'll be all right. But it's easier said than done. So to be able to finally, like I said, put the pen to paper, it's exciting.
Buffalo, there's been a lot of turnover with this team, even just in the short time you've been here. I know we talked about it going into this season, maybe elevating into a leadership role, but with this extension, how do you view yourself now as one of the key guys that they have identified to be one of the faces and leaders of this team?
Yeah, of course, I think to be able to, be a leader and stuff like that, a leader has certain characteristics and things like that. And this past year, obviously was put to that test of stepping into more of a leadership role, and being a little bit more vocal, and not just sit in the corner quiet guy. And I think I've became better at that, and that's going to continue to go. Whatever role that Bean, McDermott, and them want me to step into, I will. So obviously just fluid communication with them and understanding, obviously what things are going to look like in the future. But like I said, I think to be able to be a leader, you have to be able to follow first, and that's kind of been my main thing is, follow the guys, Josh and things like that, and, trying to take everything that I can from, Josh, Vaughn, and all those type of guys who have been leaders and implement that into my leadership as I continue to grow.
How do you view that direction of the future and the forward movement of this offense with you and Josh and some of the other pieces?
All right, say that one more time.
How do you view the future of the offense and the room for growth there still?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of have that just go to work mindset. It's more of just always continuing to grow, not only from a mindset standpoint, but obviously physically as well, and going out there and performing. And I think a lot of us have the same characteristics as far as, putting in, a whole bunch of work in the off season. Obviously, as we get together for OTAs and, after OTAs, we like to get together and go on a little trip and just throw and stuff like that. Just continue to communicate with each other and kind of how we see the future and how it's going to look like. But yeah, just constant communication.
When you look back at how this relationship with you and the Bills began, and you think back to the draft process and all that, what do you remember about that? And meeting with them and the phone call that you got on draft night?
Yeah, it's crazy. I like to say I don't really think too much about it anymore because I am where I am, right? But I just remember a lot of tears. I remember crying a lot. Obviously, as the draft went on and my name still hadn't been called yet, so it was a lot of tears. But everything happens for a reason, and I had said before the draft that the Bills was one of my top teams, and to get that phone call from them and to be where we're at now, like I said before, it's surreal. It's crazy. I truly enjoy being a Bill. Thankful for everyone in this organization, and thankful to continue to be here.
We talked to Brandon about an hour after y'all agreed to terms last week, and he was saying we're going to count on Khalil even more moving forward. What's that like as a motivating factor to hear that from your GM?
Yeah, it's great. It makes me, want to go to the gym right away, So I've kind of always had that mindset. When I had got the news, kind of the night before, it was put out there that morning I had a 7 a.m. workout, and it just makes you want to work that much harder, that you have an organization behind you that believes in you and wants to lean on you, a bit more. So as I'm doing my work, the signs of tiredness and stuff like that, it was shut out right away, So, yeah, it's that more motivation just to continue to, reach higher limits.
Having your family here today, I know they've been a part of this whole process. What's it been like just to kind of share with the success, and especially having this new contract and what that means to you and having them be a part of that?
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Obviously, my wife has been with me every step of the way for this whole process, and she's my rock. So with just everything as far as moving forward, and obviously getting the news and stuff like that. So y'all gonna make me cry. Y'all miss my damn wife, man. Nah, she's great. I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. Like I said, a roller coaster of emotions, and every time I get to go home and I'm struggling, or I'm like, man, like things aren't maybe going the way I want it to. She's right there, so super appreciative of her.
I know you mentioned before when we interviewed you earlier that, with your dad in the military, you moved around a lot, and just knowing that Buffalo is going to be your home for so many years, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, so there was a lot of moving around, and I think obviously that played a big part in how I was able just to adapt to where I'm at, And, no matter where we are, his main message as we were just younger, or one of his main message was just, just always to continue to work. He instilled that hard work ethic in me, from when I was 7 years old. We were talking about it, earlier with Steve, and, he was my first football coach, so it's dope to share this moment with him and all the work that was put in him. Even sometimes he put on his pads in the backyard and we'd run drills with him. So it's a dope moment, it's dope.
Actually, you mentioned being in the gym at 7 a.m. on the day that you sign a life-changing contract. Do you feel like, in terms of your potential as a player, that you've maybe just scratched the surface at this point in your career?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more to accomplish out there. It's obviously have to set those goals and go get them. I set a certain amount of goals every year, and all that starts, the work to reach those goals starts now. So. Like I said before, we're doing all these trips and stuff for close friends and family and weddings and stuff like that. But in the back of my head, it's like I just want to work, So at some point and every day, I make sure I get in a quick workout and just itching to continue to get back to work.
Speaking of Joe Brady and now going into the second year with him as OC. What are you looking forward to with that and working with him again as he kind of peaks in?
Yeah, see, you gonna make me, yeah. Nah, Joe's dope, man. Obviously, career kind of took off a bit once Joe took over, so I got a lot of love for him, and the trust that he's had in me. And I remember when I went from, going in there and kind of knowing I was gonna, block, to Joe saying, "Let's get it," it's time to go. And yeah, like I said, for him to have that trust in me and to continue to communicate with me with my role and how that's going to look, just super appreciative of everything he does.
Not only was the reaction from Josh, but there was a lot of reaction from your teammates as well, all over social media, as well as Bills fans. What does it mean for you to have that kind of support from really everyone?
Yeah, the first text I got actually was from Curtis. It was funny. I'm gonna put myself on blast here a little bit, but I drive a Subaru, so the guys always make fun of me for what I drive. And Curtis is like, "Congrats, man! Now you're gonna get yourself another car," So it's dope, man. A lot of guys called me, texted me, reached out, and their support means everything. When we're out there, and every time I make a play, it's for them. I truly want to make the best play that I can every time we're out there, whether it's running, run blocking, or getting the ball, make a play for those guys. So I appreciate them.
What year was the car?
What year is the card? 2021. So, yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
You had it in Boise State.
No, I got it when I first got up here. Yeah, like not too long when I got up here.
We were talking. I asked him, "Does he still drive a Subaru?"
For real?
And he was like, "I think he does."
Yeah, so it's already out there.
Are you going to splurge on something?
I don't really splurge much. That's not really what I like to do. But yeah, I probably will get a new car, but it's not going to be anything crazy.
2024 Subaru.
Yeah, it might be, right? It might be.
So you bought it used while you were
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You get like the world's fanciest doghouse.
I know, right? That's probably where all this money's gonna go, to the dogs. It's my babies. So.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
I didn't cherish that knowing. I mean, having an older car. But you have to cherish that, like knowing that it's part of your blue collar mentality, the lunch pail deal. I mean, maybe you don't want to get rid of it, but how do you cherish that, knowing that was here when you got here?
Yeah, I know it's tough. I actually don't think I want to get rid of it. Maybe just drive something else in here every now and then, just so Curtis sees and he doesn't make any more jokes, But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel some sort of way towards it. It's got the tinted windows, it's just a normal white Subaru with tinted windows, and I think it looks pretty crazy. But I love it, so we'll see. Good. Yeah.